A legendary hitman thought he had escaped his violent past, but when a deadly syndicate hunts him down, he's forced back into the underworld. Betrayed by those he once trusted, outnumbered by elite assassins, and racing against time to uncover a deadly secret, he must fight his way through blood-soaked streets for one final showdown. This time, the butcher isn't just surviving, he's out for revenge. Jason Statham returns as Max the Butcher Slade, a man who thought he had escaped his violent past. He now runs an underground fight club in Bangkok, trying to keep a low profile, but the past has a way of finding those who try to leave it behind. One night, as the crowd roars, Max steps into the ring against a challenger, but before the fight can begin, a masked assassin rushes him with a knife. Instinct kicks in. A brutal counterstrike leaves the assassin gasping for air on the blood-stained mat. The crowd falls silent as Max sees something in the attacker's hand, a blood-stained playing card with a symbol from his past. It's a message. They know where he is. He's been marked. Max disappears into the Bangkok night, adrenaline pumping. He knows what this means. The syndicate, the ruthless organization he once worked for, is hunting him. He turns to the only person he can trust, Detective Riley, an ex-cop with her own past tied to the syndicate. She meets him in a dimly lit alley. "They're wiping out the old crew, Max," she warns. "You're on the list." The syndicate believes Max has something valuable, a blacklist of corrupt leaders and assassins that could bring them down, but Max doesn't remember ever taking it. Before he can figure it out, another attack comes. Gunmen ambush them, bullets ripping through the alley as Max and Riley barely escape into the chaos of Bangkok streets. Determined to find out why he's being hunted, Max tracks down an old contact, Nikolai, a former syndicate enforcer who has been off the grid for years. He finds him hiding in an abandoned warehouse. Nikolai confirms his worst fear. Viktor Reznov, the new boss of the syndicate, has ordered a purge. But the real shock comes when Nikolai whispers, Anton Kane is still alive. Anton was Max's mentor, the one who trained him, the one who Max had watched him die. Or so he thought. If Anton is alive, it means he's the one pulling the strings. It was never about the blacklist. This was personal. Max knows he has to act fast. He infiltrates a secret syndicate meeting in Hong Kong where elite assassins gather to discuss their next moves. Dressed in a dark suit, he moves unnoticed through the shadowy room, listening. He hears whispers of a final move against him, a hit squad being assembled, his face on every kill order. Then he hears the real truth. Anton never wanted blacklist. He wanted Max out of hiding, to use him as a scapegoat for the syndicate's crime. Before Max can react, his cover is blown. A brutal fight erupts, tables overturning, bullets flying. Max fights his way out, leaving a trail of bodies behind him. He knows where he must go next. Anton's stronghold, a high-tech fortress in the heart of Hong Kong. But before he can make his move, he gets a call. Riley has been taken. Anton's voice comes through the line, smooth, taunting. "You want her back? Come get her." Max has no choice. He gears up for war. The final confrontation happens on the rooftop of Anton's skyscraper. Rain pours down as Max walks into the trap. Riley is tied to a chair, bruised but defiant. Anton steps forward, flanked by Viktor Reznov and an army of gunmen. "You were always my best student," Anton smirks. "It's a shame you never learned to stay dead." Max doesn't waste words. He moves, lightning fast, taking down guards with brutal efficiency. The rooftop becomes a battlefield. Fists, knives, gunfire in the storm. In a brutal hand-to-hand fight, Max and Anton face off. Old wounds reopen, both men bloodied, their hatred boiling over. Finally, Max gets the upper hand, driving a knife into Anton's chest. Anton gasps, laughing bitterly. "You'll never be free," he whispers before collapsing. But there's no time to celebrate. Viktor Reznov makes his move, but Max is faster. A final shot echoes in the night, and Reznov falls. Max rushes to free Riley, but just as he thinks it's over, another figure emerges from the shadows. A new assassin, one Max has never seen before. Their eyes lock, a silent challenge. This is... As the building burns behind him, Max walks into the night, knowing that even though Anton is dead, the fight isn't over. The Butcher's War has only just begun.